I don't know, in a car, maybe he smelled, maybe, you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right words that are politically correct. So that's where he lived. Maybe he lived in the streets. But actually, he finds himself with servants around him, and he's seated there. And every day, he will come and feast at the same table as King David. What has happened? God restores permanently. He doesn't just do temporary. Why is the church given to charity? Let me tell you a story of where I come from. It was a part of the land that belonged to a family of one of the men who I had the privilege of being an elder with in my old church in South Africa. The man's name was Justice. So Justice's family owned this piece of land in South Africa. But at that time, they were chased out of that land, and someone else took the land because it was a time of apartheid. So they were chased out, and they went across the river into another country called Lesotho. That's where he lived for a long time. And many, many years later, like over 100 years later, a man from Cape Town comes to start a church, and his name is Steve Oliver, which you're probably familiar with. He comes to plant a church in that part of the world, in Clarence, which is my town where I come from. And he buys that piece of land, now developed as a really nice farm. And after he bought this place, he ministers to Justice. Justice comes to faith in Jesus. And Justice says, you know your farm? He said, yeah. He said, I used to live there. I said, really? He said, what happened?